Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Property Management 101, and today I'll be discussing the best practices for performing property walks. If you've not already done so, please watch my disclosure video as well as my why I do this video. And if you found this video helpful and learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. This video will apply best for any supervisor that works at a multifamily, commercial, or a duplex or triplex site. This video is really mainly refocusing on unscheduled property walks. Nothing formal, nothing that, hey, I'm just walking to this unit, I'm gonna walk the site on the way. This is really designed that, hey, this is your direct purpose of why you're going out and walking your site is to collect information about the exterior and the grounds of the site. Please watch to the end of this video and I'll be providing not one, but two bonus tips regarding this. Number one best practice to consider when performing property walks, switch up your partner. As a supervisor, I would always recommend that you consider taking one of the individuals you're a supervisor of as part of your property walks. This will help you and help them really see your standard, as well as it's going to help them kind of see, hey, what is my supervisor looking for? What do I need to do to kind of keep that standard? What are their eyes focused on? And as the employee that is the partner being brought along, it'll be important to be able to give their fresh set of eyes to their supervisor of what they're seeing, what they're looking out for. And this will allow some coaching and training and teaching moments as well. So I think it's really impactful and really helpful to switch up who you're taking each time you're performing a property walk. Sometimes take leasing, sometimes take maintenance. And I bet you at the end they'll have much different feedback of what they know about the property compared to the other. One of the things I would also consider as part of your regular property walks, sometimes don't take anyone. This will allow you uninterrupted to focus on the property, collect that feedback, and give it back to the rest of your team. But I think more often than not, I would recommend taking someone and switching that person you're taking. Number two best practice as you're performing property walks, change your route. If you're consistently walking the site, make sure you're not always taking the same path. As humans, we're all guilty of we like certain routines and we like being consistent, but I'd really encourage you to fight this urge. By switching up your route, you're going to be able to catch things you may not be able to see from the other side of that route. For example, in the past, I have a personal experience where I was working with one of our grounds and our porter would always walk the same path to clean the property. But the problem was this allowed him to miss the graffiti that was on the backside of a fire extinguisher box because they were always walking the one direction, never looked behind and saw that graffiti on the back of the box. So if he would have switched up his route, maybe came in that breezeway where that fire extinguisher box was, he may have caught it if he would always, if he would have came in from the different side. Number three best practice to include when you're considering doing your property walks, include these in your training. So each staff member, regardless of their title, should be familiar with the property. Walking the property is one of the best ways to learn about the buildings, parking lots, amenities, entrances, exits, breezeways, stairwells, and elevators. I would encourage you to have it scheduled early on in their training to perform a walk with them as the new employee and also have them walk it on themselves so they can get used to everything. The first bonus tip for this video is make sure you're taking notes. Don't rely on your memory to memorize everything that you saw. Really try to make sure you're noting this. I would strongly recommend this anytime you walk the property, and you can note this in your phone or a notepad, but don't make the effort to walk the property, not note what you see, and have a follow-up plan for that. Number two bonus tip for this video is there are times throughout the year that I would strongly recommend performing a property walk more than others. For example, after a major storm, I would definitely perform a property walk to ensure nothing was damaged and needs addressed. I would make sure after a holiday season when the office is closed and staff are out longer than normal that everything's up to par and up to the standard without that set of eyes every day on the property. And I would always also make sure after coming back from PTO as a supervisor that the site stayed at the proper standard it needed to. If you have any questions about this video or any of my videos, please feel free to comment below and I'll be happy to address that for you. And if you found this video helpful and learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Happy leasing!